today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Bills going up against the Steelers. So let's get you up to the Steel City. Standing by in Pittsburgh, here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Tonight, we've got a good AFC matchup on tap between the Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Heinz Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now Taylor, a give to the fullback Felton. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. All right, let's take a look at the offensive starters and the second-round pick out of USC. One to talk about, Robert Woods.
I think a lot of people thought maybe he was ticketed for stardom coming out of USC. Has always been a great route runner, much more of a complimentary receiver, but they could utilize that in a big way and have him open up things in the middle.
Now they'll give this one to the up man, Jerome Felton. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Time here to show you the starters while we have a moment defensively for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I know one guy you like from Miami, Artie Burns.
Just jumps off the screen when you plug in his college tape in terms of athleticism. And I also watched him play with some intelligence. Saw him at one point jump into the slot and pattern read and come off of his receiver to the intended one and intercept a pass. I like him. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Here's Taylor. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now the first carry for a former Pitt Panther, LaShawn McCoy. A gain of 3, 2nd down. For McCoy, his 4th 100-yard game in Week 12. 2 touchdowns to boot, Charles.
And what I know he doesn't get enough credit for is toughness. Because I saw him against Cincinnati having a pretty decent game. Ended up injuring his thumb and couldn't finish that game. Had surgery on the Monday after and ended up starting and playing so well in this past game. Would you say? Over 100 yards rushing? And they needed every one of them in their victory.
He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end, and it's 3rd down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Here's Taylor. Left side here, caught by Clay. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Let's go! Ohio!
They'll indeed go for it. It's Taylor. Man open right side. It's the tight end Clay. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. A screen to Bell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. Now 4th down.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. On now the Steelers' 2nd-year punter. This is Australian-born Jordan Berry. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
This complete to the tight end Clay. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that?
Taylor hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So the offense puts the ball on the ground, but they pick it back up. Now they face a 3rd down. Woods the receiver in motion right. 3rd and long, it's Taylor. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Colton Schmidt now to kick it away for Buffalo. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. And it's fielded at the 34. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. As the Steelers trot back out for offense, Charles, wanted to ask you about the AFC North. They're tied with the Ravens through 12 weeks at 6-5. But just because of the kind of the mystique of the Steelers, you get the sense that this is their division to win.
The mystique and Big Ben at quarterback. Because I think that when you really analyze it going down the stretch, people I talk to around the league, they all still feel that the Steelers at the end of the year will be atop of the AFC North because Big Ben provides the edge that they need.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. In quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's got time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. Room here to run. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. One man on the backfield. That's McCoy. Now they'll run it on the toss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were. And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's why you see so many teams play a 3-4 defense, because that set gives you a lot of flexibility about where to bring pressure from, and it's hard for an offense to pick it up. Left side, right side, up the middle, especially with some really flexible linebackers.
So after slogging through a scoreless first quarter, we have action on the scoreboard. A field goal makes it 3-0.
Well, with these two offenses, we weren't going to stay 0-0 forever, were we? I'm not sure that this opens the floodgates, but I doubt that's the last scoring we're going to see.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
13 yards there on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Give them 13 on the pickup there. And it'll give the Steelers a 1st down. They come out here in the eye. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The defensive tackle Kyle Williams there for the stop. So an entertaining first half, and now we have hit the 2-minute warning. On second down, Roethlisberger. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 54 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now they go screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Again, it's Taylor. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go.
Now Taylor on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. All right, partner, we got Black Friday, Cyber Monday in the rearview mirror. Now it's football focus time, and it's getting towards the playoffs. If we look at the NFC playoff picture right now, legitimately, who can challenge the Cowboys?
Well, I think first and foremost, you're going to say Seattle because of the way.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
On third down, Roethlisberger. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got it at the 15. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down now after the incompletion. Brown, the lone receiver, left.
Set. Like 80. Quarter.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Boswell's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Short kick. One of the upmitting. The NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. On the return, here's Justin Gilbert. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And quickly, they get to the line. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. And Boswell's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They come out here in the eye. Again, it's McCoy. Oh, he's got a little daylight. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Here we go.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Percy Harvin, the intended receiver there, and it's second down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
They'll pitch it out to McCoy. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now Gillislee. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down.
Let's go.
Fourth down, here's Taylor. And it is incomplete. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And this one caught by Coates. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Green's got it over the middle. There goes Green. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ladarius Green, 66 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line. And the Bills getting set to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now Taylor. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this one up near the 30-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. He's going to air one out. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Let's go. What? None. Here we go.
Taylor will throw again. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. The defense in an enviable position here. The offense needs 13 yards. It's third down.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage. A lot of teams love to throw screen passes. They want to tire out defenses because they make them run a lot. But there are a lot of moving parts on a play for an offense when they call that one. Because you got the linemen that have to move. You have the wide receivers have to get out and vacate. You got the running back that's got to make a little fake and then get out into the route. And, of course, the quarterback, he's got to hold in there and know he's probably going to take a big hit before he lofts the screen off to the back. Why didn't he catch it? That's all he needed to do for them to be successful.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Red zone opportunity. On second down, Roethlisberger. Green with a catch left side. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
There's a direct snap to Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
They've got this big lead. They said, forget one, we want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable that they even attempted from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. 10th carry now for McCoy. And an alley to run. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Lawrence Timmons, the linebacker, there to get him down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Looking left side, and it's complete. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Let's go. Let's go.
This is Gillisley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills get a bit closer. Taylor going to throw. That's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They come up with 1 running back. That's Bell. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got his man on the crossing route. 15 yards there on the catch and run. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they...
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They come out here in the eye. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Wonder what's in the offensive playbook on 3rd and 13. We're about to find out.
Here we go.
Now a carry for the veteran. This is D'Angelo Williams. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. If they got it, I mean, it worked. But They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And some room to roam now. And into the end zone.